DiGiorno Supreme Pizza. I just woke up from a nap and I saw that it was my brother made it. And I just grabbed a couple of slices and I started eating it, and I figured, hey, why not make a video since I haven't made one in a while. So it's very good. When I went upstairs and it smelled like someone was baking cake. Kind of got excited because I have a sweet tooth, especially right now. Because usually, we had lunch at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I feel like I got wings with that were high in sodium, like the Parmesan garlic, and what else do we have? I forget what other ones we had. So anyway, usually after a meal that's high in sodium, I just want something sweet. So I was either thinking ice cream or cake. And I have some orange juice with ice cubes in it. I've been getting a lot of messages asking me about Hurricane Sandy. And the truth is that luckily me and my family were completely safe. We never lost power. And it's weird because everyone else lost power, especially around us, like the row that my house is in. Was the only row that didn't lose power for miles. Some people just got it back like this past weekend. They went like 12 days without power, or some people are just losing it now because they're trying to fix like certain areas, and then that causes them to like either do something that fucks up everything else. So it's funny. I was hanging out with my friends yesterday, and one of my friends, his sister-in-law, was like, "That's crazy how we just lost power today." And they were fine all through Hurricane Sandy. And then we got hit with the nor'easter, which is like that winter storm. We had snow and things are getting better. I think the day I was in denial with this hurricane. I think a lot of people were, because hurricanes never really reach New York, or if they do, it's not that strong. They're like tropical storms or category 1s. And we were pretty much like, I remember that weekend, I wanted to go to like a haunted house, and one of my friends had to drive back home. And we were just kind of hanging out, like, oh, yeah, this is probably not going to be that bad. People are just overreacting. But it started to drizzle, so we all went home. And my stepfather was called into work because he has a government job. So if there's like a snowstorm coming or anything like that, natural disaster or whatever, he usually gets called first. So he was called into work, I think, the Sunday 2 weeks ago. And luckily I have a Tuesday through Saturday schedule, which I don't really like, but it was good that week because the hurricane was here, I think, the Monday. So I started reading on Facebook how when people start losing power, one of my friends texted me and told me that a tree fell on her house, but it didn't do any damage. The only thing that happened was like during the middle of the night, after they got over the fact that the house shook and the tree fell on their house, it just kind of like shifted, so it made more noise, so they got nervous. Most of my friends lost power. Some went like 9, 10, 12 days without it, but a few of them came over in to shower at my place. They needed a hot shower, so. And then during the storm that we just got after the hurricane, the nor'easter, we had like family members coming to stay with us. My aunt with my cousins because it was going to be freezing. And we didn't want to, have them sleep at home with the cold and no power, nothing. And she had a generator, but then for like the week, maybe a week and a half after, there was like a shortage of gas, and getting gas was pretty much hell on earth. I didn't think to fill up before the storm, because I just wasn't thinking. But I remember getting on a line that wasn't too long. Maybe I waited like half hour, only to realize that I only had a 20 on me, so I could only fill $20 worth of gas, which was okay because that got me through like 3 days of work. But everyone was getting anxiety because it's like, how are we supposed to get to work? Especially it was the weekend, so people wanted to fill up for the work week because most people didn't have work after the hurricane. Some towns were completely destroyed, flooded. I know some people that lost their homes. Some people are just miserable right now. I don't, blame them. It's terrible. Like parts of New York were are completely like gone. There's like Long Beach, in Long Island. There's Breezy Point in Queens. Just so many places that just, especially by the water. And then I had like a friend coming up from, she decided to move to South Carolina, so she came up and all she's been doing is volunteering and helping. I have another friend that lives in Brooklyn. She's been like buying lots of stuff, supplies, to donate. I have to like gather up some clothes and stuff so I could donate. So I had to go to work, I think the day after the hurricane passed, because I work as a counselor at, it's like a home, it's like a it's like the residents, the residents need someone there with them, just for support and to watch them ingest medications. We couldn't really do paperwork, we couldn't use the offices downstairs or anything like that because they lost power, but we had to have flashlights and lanterns and all that. So what we did was I took some books and stuff like that, and it was the week of Halloween, so that kind of got messed up for everybody, and we were supposed to have a little Halloween party for them. So I think I saw one place that was open, and I stopped by and I got a bunch of candy. And when I got there, my supervisor was like, "Oh, I got some candy too." So we gave them some candy. They were happy about that. So we never actually had the chance to give them a party, but it was hard for them. They lost power for 4 days, maybe 5 days. We were trying to get them to call family members so that they could stay for the weekend because the temperature was going to drop. But luckily, they got power back right before. I think it was the Friday. Driving also was a big pain in the ass. There was every day there was a new obstacle. Street lights were down. There was trees on the road. There was pretty much madness everywhere. And people drive crazy, especially during any type of crisis or natural disaster. Even on rainy days, people drive like assholes. So I definitely know that there's no hope for the human race if there were to be, if the apocalypse were to happen or anything like that. People are just idiots. So it was really difficult getting to work without there being an accident somewhere, seeing an accident, or just trying not to die in the process of driving over an intersection or something like that. It's just horrible. So that was more stressful. I'm celebrating a birthday this week. I will be 26. celebrating on Saturday. I wasn't really excited because, I don't know, usually like every year around my birthday, I get either sick, really sick, but last year luckily I didn't get sick, or just like really sad. So I just really wasn't excited, in making plans or anything like that. Especially now that I am so stressed out. I am like very overwhelmed with the amount of work I have with my job and school. I feel like I'm taking 5 classes right now. And it doesn't help that I procrastinate. But, so yeah. And as far as TV, I have not watched The Walking Dead yet. I want to get into that. It'll pretty much be over before I know it, so then I could just watch the whole season straight through. Dexter, I didn't watch the newest episode. But I don't know. I think it's been okay. Homeland's been really good. And I watched the entire season 1 of Once Upon a Time on Netflix. And I just started, and then I think I got to the first episode of the new season. And I love it. I love that show. Which reminds me, LJ sent me an episode of this show called 666 Park Avenue or something like that. Did I even get that right? I don't know, he sent me an episode saying that it was about a man who like died or got killed by birds or something like that. LJ likes to send me pictures of people and birds. I think he's done it like a couple times. There was one picture that he sent me of a little boy surrounded by or covered with parrots, and his face was just hilarious, and that would have been me. And then I think another picture he sent me was of an old man with like a whistle or a horn to keep birds away or something like that. I don't remember, but it's funny. So I actually sent him a picture of a cat showing his balls. So maybe I'll start doing that, sending him pictures of cats. How about that? Do you like that, LJ? But anyway, I don't know what else to say except that thank you to everyone that sent me messages asking me if I was okay, and it means a lot. And I keep gaining subscribers, which is amazing. I know there's a lot of channels that have popped up. I haven't really had time to venture out for new ones, but I will say that I am used to listen to his video every night. So I'm really sad about it. I wish I would have like made it into like a MP3 or downloaded it or something, because I feel lost without it. His coffee Heath bar ice cream, as many of you know, is one of my favorite videos, and it's just like weird not having it to listen to anymore. But I guess that's that, and yeah, I guess that's it for now.